Welcome to this episode of The Sketchy Carpenter. Good Lord, man. Oh, I'm going to bust my butt. I just know it. Anyway, here we go. Today, I carried a camera around with me while I was doing these old beams from a 1700 Virginia tobacco barn that I bought. Believe it or not, I bought them off Etsy's. There's a guy out of North Carolina that does nothing but reclaimed wood. And he had these, and I bought the entire pallet of them. So we've used them in this house. I'm using them here, and hopefully I'll have some left over. We might make some furniture if I can find a mill that doesn't mind cutting through nails, because they have nails in them because they were hanging tobacco up. Anyways, I got a funny story for you. At the end of the driveway, some guys are up there trimming the utility lines. I saw an orange sign on the road, so I knew that they were doing something. Well, it's a utility. It's a subcontractor for the utility company. And so I drove up there and we were talking. He goes, yeah. I said, we saw that dead doe over here. I said, yeah, I pulled her in the woods. He goes, man, he said, I almost hit a monster buck. He said, it was a Boone and Crockett for sure. This thing was huge. And I pull out my phone and I go, is that it? He goes, that's it. That's the one. I said, dude, I hunted that deer every morning and every night for 3 weeks. He said, how'd you get him? And then I told him the story of the thunderstorms. But then we were up there, he was like, man, that thing's a monster, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, it was pretty funny that he was like, I told you guys I saw that big buck up there. They didn't believe me. Come here, get your deer. Come eat your deers. That's some good deer meat. It's very good. What is that? So this is, my processor makes a maple brown sugar sausage. I don't care for sausage. This I love. It's the best deer meat I've ever had. And then what I do every night with my salad, I make a huge salad and I save half of it for the next day. And then I just throw it into the frying pan with the sausage. Man, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. It's time to eat. See it. This is where I keep most of my firewood, but see these notches? I think it'd be really cool to actually show these off. Why I'm doing this on camera, I have no idea. This is so sketchy. So those should fit. Now I just need to get, so this pine board stops a little bit short, and I think what I need to do is maybe rip a piece and put it for support up higher. I think that's what I need to do. All right, so I know this doesn't look pretty, but basically I've ripped an extra piece of that tongue and groove to extend that wall up, because if I put that beam above these rollers, it's gonna wanna roll backwards. So I put those up, and then I'm gonna nail these blocks behind them on the 2x4 to keep them from rolling over. So, okay, Doc, it's time to come up with a solution for your illness. So here's what I'm thinking. Somehow I gotta get this big heavy beam up there drill it and put these lags in. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to take 3 2x4 blocks and I'm going to nail or screw these together. Then I'm going to drill a hole all the way through these two so that I can reach a bit in here and screw these into there and maybe have like a block that holds it up so that when I take it up there, I can rest it up there. Oh, dude, this is getting sketchy now. Oh, we'll see. I don't know. At least I got to get at least one end up there. I got to get one end held so that when I bring the other one up, I can actually screw it in. I need to drill it. Like that. If I use one of these, if I use one of those. That'll work. Now it'll go like that. Supposedly there's a stud right here. Again, I don't care if there's holes in this wall. I want this to look old. So, all right, so now I can take this beast, I can rest it up here and then rest it on my ladder. So I definitely need to be on the lower side of this. So I put it on the lower and actually angled it down. And what I should probably do is probably start these. Anthrax on it or something, but these beams sat in a tobacco barn for 200 and something years, and these splinters hurt. All right, so I gotta get it up, put it here. I'm gonna rest it on my ladder. I'm gonna rest it on my ladder and up on that thing. The only problem is I got that, so here we go. Oh, 6 inches over there. So let's get it up on here first. Oh, can't reach it. That's the problem. That ain't gonna work. Oh my. Oh Lord. How am I gonna get it up there? Holy crap, that was dangerous as hell. I'm glad I forgot to turn the camera on. I got all these angles that I'm dealing with and I keep hitting the ceiling and man. So I got one screw barely in and that block is holding over here. So now I just got to make sure that the sides are fairly even. It doesn't look like it. I might have to move it over. Welcome to this episode of The Sketchy Carpenter. Good Lord, man. Oh, I'm going to bust my butt. I just know it. Anyway, here we go. Ooh, yeah, you could do pull-ups on that. I ain't going anywhere. God, that looks so good. Fun things. This is the fun finishing part where I just think up crap. I don't know if it'll work or not, but look how well. I gotta clean this plaster off this. But I mean, look how well that just goes together. I mean, this barn door hardware, these hand cut grooves all the way down. And isn't that cool? What a great way to finish this off. And again, it ties into those beams in there, and it'll tie into these beams here, and it actually ties into the color of the ceiling fan. Dude, I am so happy. And I didn't screw it up like the can lights. Oh man. Let's step back and take a look at our work. Doesn't that look awesome, dude? That just looks awesome. Now, if I wanted to, you know what I didn't think about? So I was questioning how to finish off these right here. You know what I can do? I can get another beam and I can put a beam right here to tie into those. Wouldn't that be cool? So instead of using a piece of quarter molding or something, use a beam, and then that beam will tie into the bottom of that angle piece there. Man, that'd be cool, dude. Whew. I'm starting to sweat. It's 26 degrees this morning and I'm starting to sweat. Oh yeah. Ooh, baby. Oh yeah. That's pretty damn close there. I don't like that gap, but there's nothing I can do about that. I'll hit one of them. Let's pre-drill it. And then we'll put a screw in. Right about here, that's totally above all my plumbing. I'm gonna put it this way. Let's see. Again, she ain't perfect over there, but you know what? I don't really care. It's my cabin. I can't make these beams longer and I don't want to join them up. So we're going to have a little gap in that corner, but it all sort of ties in. You really, unless you're up looking, staring at them, that looks pretty damn good. I'm happy with that. So now let's get this one set and get that in place. Good. Oh my God. Well, angle right in there. Perfect. All right, I gotta finish this up, clean that up, get that dark, trim that molding. This fixture, I need a hook over here, drag that over, get some bulbs. Can lights are all in. Ceiling fan is in, and then I have just trimmed all this wall with the beams from the 1700 tobacco barn, and it looks friggin' amazing. It really does. Not perfect, but amazing. So anyways, guys, we're about to get pounded by some thunderstorms over the next 3 or 4 hours. And hopefully we don't lose power and get too much damage here, but I wanted to get this video up for you guys. It's chilly out here, man. We're supposed to have a wintry mix this morning possibly, but man, it's just raw and nasty out here. So anyways, I told you I'd keep doing updates on the cabin. That's where I am on it right now. We got a bunch going on. We got all kinds of stuff, and it's starting to rain heavy, so I'm going inside. You guys have a good weekend. I'll try and keep you updated. Here I go. Bye. Nice to know you.